So I recently made a video on Apple's new high yield savings account where I went over everything it offers along with how to apply for it and set it up. But after 3 weeks of having the account myself, there are a couple things I discovered that you must know about. So in this video, I'll be going over 8 things you must know about the Apple savings account that are super important if you plan on applying for it. For those who aren't familiar, Apple released the savings account on April 17th, 2023, and it offers no account fees and 4.15% APY, which is one of the highest rates for high-yield savings accounts on the market, attracting many applicants. You can learn more about it by watching my full review of the account after, but for now, let's dive into the 8 things you must know about this account. The first thing you should know is that you must have an Apple credit card to apply for the Apple savings account. So if you don't have the Apple credit card, you'll need to apply for it. This is an issue because if you don't want this credit card but you want to open an Apple savings account, you obviously won't be able to do so. The other reason why it's a problem is because when you apply for a new credit card, the credit card company will do a hard pull to review your credit file and determine how much risk you pose as a borrower, which will harm your credit score by a couple points. We all work really hard to keep our credit scores high, so this is something a lot of people need to be aware of because I'm sure you don't want to ding on your credit score, especially for a credit card you don't even want. Now, if you do want the Apple card and you don't mind the hard pull on your credit, then there's no issue. But again, if you don't, this is a huge barrier to entry just to be able to get the Apple savings account and earn 4.15% interest. Especially since there are many other high-yield savings accounts with no account fees and high APY rates that don't require you to apply for a brand new credit card in order to earn interest. Now, I do want to mention that there's a trick many people have used to get the Apple credit card without a hard pull. But just know that this trick may stop working at any time, so use the following information at your own risk. What you'll want to do is apply for the Apple card, and once this page showing you're approved pops up, don't accept it. What you'll want to do is go to service.transunion.com, make a free account, and once you're in your account, head over to Credit Freeze and freeze your credit. And what that's going to do is prevent Apple from doing a hard pull on your credit. After you do that, you'll want to go back to the application, tap accept, and that's about it. All in all, in my opinion, getting a credit card in order to access a savings account is just not the smart thing to do because it will most likely lead to credit card usage and potential debt, so be careful. The second thing you must know is that there are only 3 ways to add money to your account. By default, the cashback you earn from your Apple card goes into your Apple Cash card, but you can now switch it so that it automatically goes into your Apple savings account instead. Beyond that, you can manually add money to your savings account from your Apple Cash card, which is typically instant, from an external bank account as an ACH transfer, which is going to take 1 to 3 business days to process, or you can deposit checks made payable to you or Goldman Sachs Bank, which is pretty cool, but you're going to need to mail your checks to Goldman Sachs, and it may take up to 10 days for them to process it, which is pretty long in my opinion. Now, to be fair, I don't think most of you will be in a rush for your money to get deposited into the savings account, since it's only meant to sit there and earn interest. But I think it's very important you know exactly how long these transfers take in case you assume they'd be quicker. I also want to mention that you cannot deposit cash into this account. The third thing you must know is that there are limits to how much money you can deposit and withdraw. Now, almost all banks set limits on how much you can deposit and withdraw daily, but I think it's important to know your limits if you plan on getting this account. So first of all, the maximum amount of money you can have in the account is $250,000. So you can't deposit or earn interest on more than that amount, which means the max interest you can earn is $10,375 per year or $864.58 per month, assuming the APY stays the same. Realistically speaking, most people don't have $250,000 chilling in a savings account, but for those who could or want to deposit more than that, just know that you won't be able to do so. The good news is that you can deposit money from an external bank account whenever you want without limits up to the amount previously mentioned, and there are also no withdrawal limits as explained to me by this Goldman Sachs rep. The fourth and very important thing you should know is that you can't spend money or make purchases with the money in this savings account. Unlike your typical bank account, you can't go to an ATM to withdraw money from your Apple savings account because it doesn't come with an ATM card. So to access your money, you're gonna need to transfer it from your Apple savings account to your Apple Cash card or transfer it to a linked external bank account if you have one and wait up to 3 business days for the transactions to clear in order for you to access your money for bill payments, withdrawals, etc. So while the process isn't complicated, it may be frustrating in emergency situations, so keep this in mind. The fifth thing you must know is that this account doesn't offer a sign-up bonus. There are numerous bank accounts offering bonuses on their high-yield savings accounts, so I feel like Apple should have offered some sort of incentive for signing up for this account, but they don't. They've done branding so well that anytime they release a product, we buy or apply for it, no questions asked. So it doesn't make sense for them to offer a bonus, although they could and should. I mean, people put about $1 billion into Apple savings accounts in just the first 4 days of its release without Apple offering any sort of incentive to sign up, which is insane. So considering other banks offer sign-up bonuses when you open an account with them, it's important to look at your options before settling for the Apple savings account because chances are you're leaving a lot of money on the table. I'll be going over some great alternatives to the Apple savings account with sign-up bonuses of up to $275 later on in the video, so make sure to watch until the end. The sixth thing you must know is that this is an online-only savings account, so you have to be okay with online banking. Personally, all my bank accounts are online-only with SoFi, Discover, and Capital One, and I have never had any issues with them. But if you're someone who prefers a more traditional bank account with a bank that offers in-person services or physical locations, this will be a problem because Apple doesn't offer that. So if you have any questions, the only way for you to get help is through the Apple chat, which has been great in my experience, or by calling the Apple Support customer service line. Again, I've never had an issue with online banking, but if you're planning on depositing a lot of money into the Apple savings account, just know that all transfers, withdrawals, deposits, and questions you may have will be conducted online only. The seventh thing you must know is that you need an iPhone to manage your Apple savings account. That's because the savings account is fully integrated into the Apple Wallet app, and the only way for you to access it is through an iPhone or an Apple Watch. But to manage the account itself, you can only do it with an iPhone at this time. So if you're an Android user, etc., there's no point in even thinking about this account because it was precisely made for people in the Apple ecosystem. The last thing you must know is that there are many other high-yield savings accounts with no account fees, higher interest rates, sign-up bonuses, and much more that may be a better option than the Apple savings account. Some of my favorites and ones I currently use include the SoFi checking and savings account, which currently offers 4.2% APY, up to a $250 sign-up bonus when you set up direct deposit, plus $25 for a limited time when you sign up using my link in the description, access to thousands of free ATMs where you can withdraw and deposit cash, and much more. The Capital One 360 Performance Savings Account is another one I have and really like that's currently offering 3.75% APY, a $50 sign-up bonus when you sign up using my link in the description, access to a small number of branch locations for those of you who prefer in-person banking, and the list goes on. Or you can even check out Wealthfront's cash account that's currently offering 4.55% APY, a free debit card, and a lot more. So make sure to compare these high-yield savings accounts so that you can find the best fit for you. And if you want to learn more about the Apple savings account itself or any of the other accounts I just mentioned, feel free to watch these other videos next. So there you have it, peeps. Let me know below what you think about the new Apple savings account. And if you made it this far into the video, comment the word avocado so I know who my loyal besties are. Like always, if you're interested in signing up for any of the bank accounts and credit cards I talk about on the channel, or earning some extra cash back plus $30 after you spend $30 with Rakuten, make sure to check out the links in the description. That's the best way to support the channel. I love you guys. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. That way you never miss out on any future uploads. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to watch these other ones next. Okay, bye now.